This is the SportsRoyals Power Tower. Obviously, these types of machines are known for being able to do chin-ups, pull-ups, dips, leg raises, all sorts of fun stuff. The company reached out to me and was like, hey man, if we sent you one, can you make a video for us and show people why it can be a great option for their home gym? And I said, sure, let's do it. So we're going to get into this. Now, there is going to be a link down in the description below. If you're interested, you can click that, go and see this one here directly. If not, go search for it on your own. It's just called SportsRoyals Power Tower. So let's get into a couple of the details. First off, assembly on this was fairly easy. Really only came in a few pieces. Probably took me 45 minutes by myself to assemble it. Just need a couple of pieces of tools. Everything was there. Everything was nicely laid out. Very easy to assemble. Now, the construction on this is alloy steel. It does have a 440-pound weight capacity, which honestly is good for me because I am a 6'3", 270-pound dude. I need something that is stable, so you're going to see whenever I test this why it's so important for that capacity to be 440 pounds, so high. So I'm definitely going to put that here to the test. We have a couple of things here. Obviously, we have an adjustable pull-up bar. You can move these up and down. I've got them set up as high as they will go right now because me being a tall guy, I need them that high, but if you need them lower, you can move those down here if you aren't an ogre-sized guy like myself. Got ourselves a nice, comfortable back pad, which is also adjustable. A couple of nice armrests here for whenever you're doing your leg raises. Of course, we have our cushion handles for dips or whatever else you can think of, maybe some inverted pull-ups. And down at the bottom are a couple of handles for doing push-ups, which a lot of other power towers skip that part. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's a nice addition to do other types of workout, other types of exercises with a machine like this. So let's actually do a couple of movement demonstrations. Now I want to point out, well, actually first, I want to mention I am not good at pull-ups. For me, I am not doing a power tower because of pull-ups. I'm just too big of a guy. I'm too heavy. I'm going to try it here. I'm going to embarrass myself. Sure, why not? Let's do it. But I wanted to point out that the pull-up bar has two different areas to grip. You have your wide grip pull-ups here, so you got cushion handles there, and then you also have two in the middle. I'm going to jump up on this just to give you an idea. Now again, don't judge me. I'm not good at pull-ups, but just to kind of show you the ability that these can kind of do, me being a tall guy especially, having the ability to have such a high bar is so important for me because if it wasn't, I would not be able to do any of these. Now there's a couple of chin-ups. I'm going to save myself the embarrassment of not doing the wide grip pull-ups, but you can kind of see here, even as I hang from it, it's able to support my weight. Now, if I want to move back and forth and make it wobble, it'll wobble. And there is a little bit of movement even like here, but not very much at all. I mean, especially for me being a pretty big dude, it should be wobbling there if it wasn't very steady, and it only wobbled a little bit. So I like to see minimal movement means it's quite a sturdy piece of equipment. Now, I'm going to adjust this backrest and move it back a little bit because, again, I'm just a bigger guy than most, so I'm going to do a couple of leg raises here. I just need the extra space. And by the way, from a side to side, like fitting into the middle of this, even being a bigger dude, you can see plenty of space. So what I'm going to do is just kind of put my arms here. I'm going to dangle, and if I wanted to do different types of knee raises, if I wanted to try single leg raises, I'm bad at these too, as you can see, or I can do both and really work out that abdominal core. Again, you can kind of see from the lack of wobbliness, not really moving very much, even me being kind of a bigger guy and trying to make it move, not a lot of movement here. So again, putting it to the test, it is pretty stable, minimal wobble. Now if you want to move over to dips, you got dip handles on each side. They are slightly inverted inwards like this to give it a more sort of comfortable and natural position on your arms. So you just kind of take it like this, push yourself up. I usually have to bend my knees because of my height, and go. Now, as you can see here, this is the one exercise where you end up getting some wobble. And a lot of that's because your weight ends up being more on the front of the machine instead of centered in the middle. So you do get some wobble, especially if you are on the heavier side with the dip specifically. But again, I'm pretty big. It wobbled, but it was still sturdy enough for me to get some reps in, and I could even do more. Now down here we have the push-up bar, so this allows you to kind of hold it in more of a hammer strength type of grip and be able to even go down lower. I like whenever my hands are elevated whenever I do push-ups like this because it allows my chest to go even lower to the floor and really push up and drive that up. It's just more comfortable also like on my elbows and my wrist also. I love having this option here. on this tower. And that is the Power Tower by SportsRoyals. It's a great way to be able to get in some of those basic exercises all in one machine. And it's got a really small footprint. I mean, this can really kind of fit into a corner of your home gym or your house, not take up a lot of space, and still allow you to get in some really good workouts. So if you're in the market looking for a way to maybe get some extra at-home work in, pull-ups, push-ups, leg lifts, dips, different types of pull-ups, inverted pull-ups, whatever a lot of different options here, especially if you get imaginative. This is a great piece of equipment to put on your list.